Well, the Prime Minister has made it clear that COVID-19 has thrust the Bahamas into dire economic circumstances, with literally every sector of the country financially impacted by the deadly virus. Prime Minister Minnis says the government will have to make very tough economic decisions to keep the country afloat. He shared more details in an exclusive interview with our Altavis Munnings.
The competent authority, Prime Minister the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, announcing an extension of hours and days of exempted businesses and services under the emergency orders. Plant nurseries may operate Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hardware, lumber, plumbing, home and hurricane awnings and hurricane protection businesses can operate weekdays between 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Auto parts stores weekdays from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Clearing banks and post office saving banks, money transmission businesses, insurance companies, and financial services are allowed to operate Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Dry cleaning services can now operate Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Medical and health service facilities may provide non-emergency health services in accordance with operating guidelines outlined by the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Ministry of Health. The Prime Minister acknowledged in our exclusive interview that many businesses have documented requests to become exempted under the emergency orders.
It's not just my decision. It would be a consultative decision. If I did this, what would be the impact on you? Would this affect you? Would it not? If it not, then yes, we release. So a lot of factors are taken into consideration. Like I said, this is New Frontier. We're writing the book. There's no wrong. All right? We're writing the book as we go along, and we must be amendable to change, because we may find that step is not appropriate, and therefore you must be able to retract.
And the Prime Minister has underscored the financial severity of the COVID-19 pandemic. He said, by some estimates, our economy may shrink by between 14 to 20% this year, and the country's unemployment rate in the near term will likely exceed an unprecedented 30%.
We would not sugarcoat the facts as we move along. We would let them know our plans for the next 4 or 5 years, and once we adhere to those plans, I think we will see a better, very, very prosperous Bahamas. I'm convinced of that. And it's just a matter of the Bahamians themselves. As we go through the process, there may be small pains, but not unbearable. Small, manageable. But at the end of the day, we will have a Bahamas that we have never, ever seen. We will have a very prosperous, clean, environmentally friendly Bahamas, and that's our goal. And the Bahamas will have to make a decision one day whether they want a government that they trust to continue to carry them through the economic component to come out into the promised land, or do you turn back and trust someone else? That's their determination. That's their decision.
We asked the Prime Minister if one of those tough economic decisions will be decreasing the public service. It's a move the Prime Minister says he doesn't support.
If you were to lay off individuals in the government sector, it means that, yes, you save a few $1 million on one end, but you've taken their dignity, and they now must join or register with social services. So you save at one end, but you lose at the next end, because you will spend more in terms of social service component, keeping those individuals afloat. Then you must take into consideration the family structure, the kids within that home, the few dollars that they were making. They knew how to make that work. But now you put them in a social service environment where it cannot work. Saving for $1 million can cost you 15 and cause you a lot of unnecessary pain, stress, and disaster. So I am not a proponent of that. I prefer to keep people's pride, their dignity, explain to them what the facts are, and let us all work together towards a solution.
Altavis Munnings, ZMS Network News.